Hi guys, it's Rae. We are going to start a new project today. I'm going to do a Patina Ink wine tumbler. This is a 12-ounce wine from Maker Flow. This is the box it comes in. You can see the care cards in there, the straw is in there. Or not the straw, these ones don't come with straws, they're wine tumblers. And the lid is in there. So, I'm going to get it on my arm. And I have shaken the heck out of these. These are the Vintaj Patinas. They have BBs in them. They need to be well shaken. I'm going to start with, I can actually see it's not shaken enough, but this is the verdigris color. They're a bit difficult to mix, so I am going to keep mixing and I will come back in a minute when it's a little bit better. Okay, that's about as mixed as I'm going to get it. This is just a little piece of backer from some kind of vinyl. And I'm going to squeeze some out on there. And I've got a paintbrush, and I'm just going to start. Your bare stainless is fine for this. I'm just going to brush it on. And I'm going to kind of, you know, a little from the top, a little from the bottom. Brush it in strokes like that. I'm going to come around the bottom because you don't want to forget the bottoms. And these will dry relatively quickly. I think this looks bluer on my camera than it truly is. But so, my other color that I pulled is the white gold, because I want these two colors for my little nib. There is a mess. Let me grab a rag and see if I can wipe that quick. This one was actually bent on me when I got these, so I really need to cut it down. I've got a smaller brush for this color, and I'm going to come in and same thing. I'm going to layer some more blue over this. And my colors are mixing a little bit. It's fine. It's quite cold in here, so these are going to take longer to dry. I got terribly running on me. They're actually behaving strangely because it's so cold to begin with. I'm not overly concerned with the look of the bottom because it's going to get covered mostly, so but I'm going to pause you a second and go hold this in front of the heater for like 2 seconds and let it dry before I do the next layer of the blue. If you want to speed up your drying a little bit, you can hit it with your heat gun on a lower setting. I'm just going to hold it in front of the space heater here and there just because the space heater's running, so I might as well utilize that resource. And I'm just going to kind of almost dry brush soften it up a little bit. So that took away a lot of that gold. But I'm gonna come back in with the gold in 1 second. I'm gonna let this dry thoroughly again. Okay. I'm gonna wipe this off on this thing a little bit here. Just trying to get the blue that's mixed in pulled back some. And I'm picking up glitter off of that, so I'm gonna grab a rag and wipe it off. So on this piece of parchment paper, I'm just going to start wiping because I do want more of a dry brush effect again. And I might have gone too dry. So I'm not really pushing down, I'm just kind of letting it land where it's going to land. I get some more of the gold on the bottom. And I think I'm going to call that good. I'm going to let this dry thoroughly. And then I'm going to come back in with my resin. And what I'm going to do with my resin is mix a little bit of glitter into just the bottom. I'm just going to sprinkle it around a little bit because if you watched my unboxing, you saw I got the It's Pretty Personal gold patina, which I think is going to look really cool coming up the curve. So I want to put a little bit of this on here. Not a ton, I'm just going to sprinkle it and get lighter. So, I will be back when I am ready to get into that step. Okay, this is dry. I am ready to get resin and glitter on it. I'm going to be honest, I don't think these have to be sealed, but I can't remember. So, I'm just going to go for it. My inclination was that no, it didn't have to be sealed, so that's what I'm going to go with. And I only mixed up 15 mLs of resin. I do want a fairly good coat because I am doing a chunky glitter. So, I mean, I honestly, on this little baby wine, probably could have gotten away with 10. So, but it is what it is now. So that's good with the resin. Just gonna make sure it's smoothed out. And this is a pretty large, chunky. Again, it's the gold patina in mint green from It's Pretty Personal. I don't know what other colors there are. I just wanted to try this one because I love the color. So that's on there. I'm going to take this glove off so I can touch my glitter. I'm going to lay down a sheet of paper and open up my glitter because I haven't used this one yet, obviously. And I don't want to pour the glitter on, I want to sprinkle it by hand. So, because I don't want a super mega lot. I'm going to get it a little bit thicker towards the bottom, but I don't want to cover up all that beautiful other patina, so. This glitter is kind of cool. It's like shiny and matte. I'm just going to chuck some at the bottom of the cup. Oh, and I spilled a little bit on the top. My bad. So I'm going to have to try and get that off because I don't really want it up that high. I want it a little denser to the curve. And then a little more sparse over the curve. I'm going to pick up less and keep my hand higher. I don't like to touch my glitters with my bare hands, especially in the winter when I'm washing my hands a lot and using more lotions, and you can see this is beautifully lying down in that resin. So happy, happy. But yeah, I think that that is about all I want. So I'm gonna see how much of that I can get back in the jar. Probably make a mess. It's fine, it's fine. And I'm going to, I'd like a silicone brush, but I don't think I have a really clean one. Now I got glitter all over it. So, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to grab a rag and wipe the glitter off of it. I should mention that the gold in here is not glitter, it's shards, which is cool. I don't think I mentioned that. So it's completely irregular cuts, which I love. Alright, I got most of the glitter out of there. But this is just a silicone makeup brush. And I'm just going to grab this little bit of resin and just push it off. And that should be pretty much it. A couple little strays I don't mind. I just don't want a ton of strays at the top. So, well, that is it. I don't even know if I want to put a decal on this at some point. I probably will, though. I'll come up with something, just a basic wine saying of some sort. I should be able to decal once this layer is dry because the decal won't come over the chunky. It's just going to go at the top. So, I will come back when I have figured out what my basic decal is. I have glitter all over this glove and I'm flapping around, so I need to stop that. But I'll be back for decals. Okay, so this is ready for decal. I'm going to put the decal here. I already have gloves on, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but and my table's wet right there. Shoot. I'm going to go over to the other side and get this off where it's dry. Okay, got it off the backing. So it just says, coffee gets me started, wine keeps me going. I know quite a few people that drink their coffee from their wine tumblers because they like the size, so this can go either way. And I will show you the package for this vinyl in a minute. It is, I I'm peeling some of this. Darn it. I thought it was dry enough, but apparently it was not at the top edge. So I'm going to probably have to touch that up at some point, or I may just take my flap wheel and bring that down to stainless at the top, but whatever. Anyways, this is HTVRont matte metallic vinyl. I went with this like champagne gold color. I thought that would be appropriate. So I'm going to, real quick here, see if I can't touch that up. I'm going to grab my patina ink and a little brush and see if I can fix that before I move on. It's just because where it was at the lip, I grabbed it. So unfortunate, but it happens. So I've got my same two colors back out. I'm just going to grab a small brush. I'm going to try and not get touching the decal, which is going to be the most challenging part. Pick up some of that white gold color. Sorry, I'm jiggling you. And I did go right over my C. Trying to bring it back to a dry brush. So that might show a little bit of a dip there, but I think it'll be okay. Trying to get a little bit more of that gold on there. Alright, so I think that'll blend in after the epoxy fairly well. So, let me put this away again. I didn't really have time for that. But, my mistake. I do have some resin mixed up here ready to go. So I'm just going to let this dry for a minute and I will be right back. Okay, so that little spot should be dry by now. Not that spot. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and get this coat on here. That should be plenty. This glitter is actually pretty smooth already. I kind of thought it would be. Back to the vinyl though. this whole decal is not even 3 inches high, because these 12-ounce wines are pretty small. And I am seriously impressed with this metallic, how well it cuts and weeds. Even these tiny letters. I mean, they're a pinky wide, a pinky nail tall, if that. So, overall, I am pretty pleased with that. I will put the link down below if you would like to check it out. Interesting, where I touched it up, it's crazing a little bit under the resin. Maybe because it's not fully dried, but it's kind of a cool look. It kind of adds to the antiqued feel. But I'm okay with it. It's better than a big old blob of silver showing through. So, that is it. It's not perfect, but these patina cups are never perfect. They're kind of always rustic vibe. So, I'm just going to give it a quick torch. Just for any bubbles. And I will let it spin overnight and do its thing. But that is it. I'm going to bring it up so you can see it closer. Love that glitter. It is absolutely perfect on this style of cup. There's where it crazed a little bit. Kind of different. So, that is it. Thank you for watching.